In this week's Parsha, the Torah tells us about the Korban Tamid. Many of the Korbanos, but in particular, it opens up with the Korban Tamid. And the Torah tells us, Tzabes b'nei Yisrael, command b'nei Yisrael, v'amarta lihem, and command them and tell them, as Korbani lachmi liishai, reach nichochi, this special Korban, which is my lechem, which is a special smell in front of me, tishmu, be careful, lakriv li b'modo, to bring it at its appointed time. And then first we're trying to figure out what is the Torah telling us by Moed. I understand when it comes to a Korban that's coming on a Chag, on a Yom Tov, for a specific occasion. The Torah says, but Moed, when that appointed time arrives, that's when you have to bring the Korban. But the Korban Tamid is being brought twice every single day. One of them has to be done in the morning. One of them has to be brought in the afternoon. So what exactly is the Torah trying to tell us by saying that the Korban Tamid, which is being brought twice every day, needs to be brought b'moado? B'moado sounds almost like a contradiction to something which is being brought with consistency. And the Mefarshim seem to be bothered by that. Rabbeinu Bechai says, that nothing should come before the Korban in the morning. It's coming to tell us that nothing can be brought, but we have another passage which already tells us that nothing can be brought. What exactly is that coming to add? Ibn Ezra says that you can't bring it too early, that there is still a time, a prescribed time. But again, it also seems a little bit difficult. Rashi tells us something that on the surface seems very obvious, but perhaps with some depth we can understand a little bit more. Rashi says, every day is the Moed of the Korban Tamid. What does that mean? Every day is the Moed of the Korban Tamid. So some of them, Mepharshim and Rashi, want to explain that it means that there's nothing which can stop you. Even if there's tumah, even if there's a ritual impurity, then the Korban is still able to be brought. It has to be brought every single day. What does it mean, B'chol Yom Hu Moed? Has to mean that every day is the Moed for the Korban Tamid. So perhaps we can suggest that what the Torah is trying to tell us is that when something is a moed, when something has an appointed time, and that moment arrives, it comes with great excitement. We're excited to be there. We know this is going to be something special. We know this is going to be something unique. That korban which comes once a year on the Yom Tov, or when a certain event occurs, wow, that's something which is amazing. That's moado. That's something that we're going to be able to invest all of our kochos in and be fully involved. But when you have something which is brought every single day, when you have something which is brought in the morning and again in the afternoon, it sometimes loses that excitement. You don't feel it as if it is moado, as if there is an appointed time. And perhaps that's what the Torah wants to tell us here. When it comes to the Korban Tamid, it's not just about bringing it. Yeah, I can be consistent and bring it every single day. I could check off the box. But the Torah is telling us, no, bring it b'moado. B'chol yom hu moed atmi. Every day is the moed of the Korban Tamid. Every day the same way that there's an excitement which comes about because it is a new moed, because it is an appointed time. When it comes to the Korban Tamid, that exists every single day. And that is not easy. The things that we do, we tend to do by rote. And to step back for a moment and to appreciate the things that we do and to realize, wow, this is a moed, this is the appointed time. Right now, this is the only time that I can bring this korban. And this afternoon, there'll be a new time. But that each moment is special, is an incredible midah, an attribute to bring into our avodas Hashem. And perhaps maybe that's what the Torah is teaching us here. Yes, even the Korban Tamid has its moed, because whenever the time for mitzvah arrives, whenever time for something arrives, if we can put our all into it, that this tefillah that we have right now is not the same tefillah. It never came before and it never came afterwards. Even if I daven mincha every single day, today's mincha, tomorrow's mincha, they're not the same. Each one has its moed. And in that moed, we have the opportunity to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and to try and deepen our relationship with Him. Even when it comes to the Korban Tamid, Tishmu, be careful, to bring it with the concept of moed, with the excitement that this is a unique and special time. So yes, even the Korban Tamid can be called moed.